Bonjour, comment allez-vous? All Blacks vs France. Can't wait, gonna be a cracker. Guys, in this video I'm gonna be providing you with my 23 that I'm predicted for the game. Number 1 to 3, I think they're gonna go with Ethan de Groot, Asafo Moore and Tyrell Lomax. I just think Ethan de Groot will come back into the fold for Tamati Williams. Like, just that the last few games, or in particular that game against Ireland, like at the end of the game, Tamati Williams, he just looked a bit banged up to me. He looks a bit tired. So I think that they're going to go with some fresh legs there. And look, they're not going to lose a lot, are they, with Ethan de Groot? Like, he is experienced now at test match level. You know, he's a big man. He's scrummage as well. His set piece is good. And, you know, his work around the field's good. So for me, he comes into starting position. Asafo Moore, I think another good opportunity for him. Look, he played really well against Ireland, didn't he? His line-out throwing overall was really effective, and his work around the field, the physicality that he brings, yeah, it's his opportunity, guys. Number 3, Tyrell Lomax. Look, I did and about this, guys, and let me know your thoughts on this, but I just think that he's the in-form tight head prop. I think they're going to want to keep that going. His legs and his body's probably a bit tired and banged up, but yeah, I think they'll stick with him, and I think they'll probably just bring him off at 45 to 50 minutes in the game so he can do his job and then, you know, bring on some fresh legs when he starts to tire. The locks, I think, look, Scott Barrett, Tupu Vai. Guys, I can't see too many changes in there. I did whether or not Patrick Tuipulotu would start, but I think Razor's just going to keep Tuipulotu off the bench. Tuipulotu seems to be quite a good impact player off the bench, like his leadership that he brings, the physicality that he brings, and just an all-round sense of sort of calmness that he brings. It seems to really lift that All Blacks side in the last 20-30 minutes. So I can't see too many changes there. Then 6, 7, 8, I think they'll have Samapeni Finau, Ardie Savea at 7, and Wallace Atiti at 8. So a bit different there. Sam Cane, you would have heard, he's got 8 stitches in his forehead. So, I mean, look, potentially Sam Cane could be playing against the French. He's pretty tough, but guys, seeing those stitches, like 8 brutal deep stitches in there, I don't know how anyone can play rugby the following week. Like, I would have thought that would need at least 10 days to, you know, heal those brutal deep stitches. So yeah, so for me, Samapeni Finau, he's the best next cab off the rank. It's a good opportunity for him. Guys, let me know your thoughts, but at super level, like, he's so brutally physical. Like, he smashes people at super rugby level, but just a few times in the international level, I haven't really seen that raw physicality. He put some good tackles in against Japan, but, you know, particularly against the Springboks, like, I thought he went missing big time physically. He didn't match those Springboks players. So it's a good opportunity for him. And look, we know that raw physicality is coming from France, isn't it? So good opportunity for him to match up. The other thing that'll be quite interesting with him, like, he's quite tall. I think from memory, I think he's about 6'5". So he's a good line-out option, so that'll definitely help the All Blacks there. Ardie Savea at number 7. Ooh, wowee, guys, that'll be interesting. It'll be a bit of a change-up for him, but I think he'll do well. Look, he's a world-class player. He's experienced. It'll just be a little bit of a change-up in position. Maybe he'll test the breakdown a bit more, but Ardie brings what Ardie brings, and he's going to be good, I reckon. Wallace Atiti, the breakout player. It will be a bit of a change-up for him. Obviously at number 8, managing the ball at the back of the scrum. There'll be a few changes there for him, but again, a good opportunity for him, and geez, he's playing well. He played really well against Ireland again, and so hopefully he can continue that form. 19, yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts on this, but I think they'll go with Cam Roigard and Damien McKenzie. For me, Cam Roigard, I just think, look, a couple of things. Cortez Ratama, he's played a lot of minutes in the last few games. He's probably getting a bit tired at that level. Cam Roigard brings a real fresh set of legs with him. But the other thing with him is he brings that physicality, Cam Roigard, like, and his work around the breakdown, like, he can snipe, you know, test that French rush defence, as well as if there's a bit of heat put on at that breakdown. I'm sure Cam Roigard, with his physicality, he'll handle the French forwards maybe better than what Cortez Ratama did against the Ireland side. So Damien McKenzie, guys, again, I just can't see Beauden Barrett coming back into the mix. just the HIA protocols, like a 12-day stand down. Bowden, is he really going to be able to train this week and get ready for a brutal test match against France? I just don't see that happening, and so I think they're gonna stick with Damian McKenzie again there, and it's a good opportunity for Damian. Like, look, he had a blinder against Ireland. So 12-13, I can't see any changes there. Geordie Barrett, Rieko Ioane. Look, it's becoming quite a good combination, that raw physicality from Geordie Barrett and the speed from Rieko Ioane. The other thing, guys, let me know your thoughts on this. I thought Rieko Ioane's distribution game is definitely improved. Particularly a few times there, it would get to Rieko and he'd just do the 1-2 to Mark Talia. You know, a really good improvement there in his game. So both of them in good form. I can't see too many changes there. And then the back three for the All Blacks, I think they'll stick with Caleb Clark, Mark Talia and Will Jordan. Look, Will Jordan, he probably had a quieter game against Ireland. The conditions didn't really allow him to play, but particularly I thought his work at the high ball was really impressive for Will Jordan. Caleb Clark, he probably had a quieter game, but he brings that physicality. So I think they'll stick with him. And for me, guys, Caleb Clark at the moment is the best winger in New Zealand with the high ball. So we know there's some box kicks coming from the French, so I think they'll stick with him there. And look, Mark Talia, look, he's just outstanding. Yeah, one of the best, if not the best winger in the world at the moment. Like an absolute class player, isn't he? So he stays in there for me, guys. To the bench, I think they'll have 16, 17, 18, George Bell, Ofa Tungafasi and Pasiola Tosi. I just can't see too many changes there. George Bell, the next best cab off the rank with Cody Taylor out. Ofa Tungafasi, look, he brings that experience off the bench. And Pasiola Tosi, we saw a bit of that. He brings that raw physicality at the end. So particularly, you saw it a bit against the Irish, but that Irish team was just so brutally physical that Pasiola Tosi probably didn't get the meters that he would have liked with his ball carries. But you certainly, I noticed a difference anyway when with physicality when Pasiola Tosi came on. So they'll certainly need a bit of that against that brutal French forward pack. 19-20, I think they'll go with Patrick Tuipulotu and the next best cab off the rank, Peter Lakai. So look, again, Patrick Tuipulotu, he brings that leadership, that experience off the bench, and he's been playing really well lately, guys, isn't he, off that bench? So he comes in there, and Peter Lakai, so look, a good opportunity for him. He got some game time against Japan. He played well in that game, but it is Japan. He's just sort of an all-round player, a genuinely good athlete, and look, it's a good opportunity for him against France. But again, Peter Lakai, if there's no injuries in that loose forwards for the All Blacks, and if the All Blacks aren't winning comfortably at the end, I can't see Peter Lakai getting a huge amount of game time again, unless there's some injuries. So 21, 22, 23, I think they'll have Cortez Ratama, Anton Leonard-Brown and Harry Plummer. I wondered if they'd bring in TJ Perenara for Cortez Ratama, but for me, I just think, Cortez Ratama's playing well. He brings that physicality, that speed. He made a really good break against Ireland, didn't he? But I just think, knowing Razor, I think he's a player that looks to the future. And look, TJ Perenara, he's going to Japan at the end of the year. So, I think they'll build, Cortez is a player for the future. So he comes onto the bench for me. And then Anton Leonard-Brown with that experience off the bench in the centres. And then Harry Plummer covering that first five position. Harry Plummer, again, unless there's an injury to Damian McKenzie or the All Blacks are winning quite comfortably against France, I can't see Harry Plummer getting an awful lot of game time in such a enormous test match. So if there is an injury to Damian McKenzie though, look, it's a good opportunity for Harry Plummer. I thought he had a really good season for the Blues, and I think he's really a well-capable player of playing test match level rugby. But again, this is France. This is a brutal test match, and so I think they'll stick with Damian McKenzie for the majority of the game anyway. Guys, let me know your thoughts on my 23. Let me know if you think there's any players that I've missed. Is this 23 going to be enough to beat the French side? They are going to bring some raw physicality. They're a French attack. You just don't know what's coming. They'll test the All Blacks from minute 1 to 80. It's going to be brutal. It's going to be an awesome game of rugby. Can't wait. And guys, if you've enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and add any further comments you think about the All Blacks versus France coming up. Cheers.